Hello and welcome to my new weekly reading vlog. It's now Monday and it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. Today was a very long day at work. I had a late shift, so I was finished only around 5, so it took me a little bit of time to took Lucas. So yeah, we came back home quite late. So now I think when I will stop talking to you, I think I will go and have some dinner because I'm feeling a little bit of hangry, to be honest. It was quite stressful at work because now we have two co-workers that are sick, not with COVID, just another problems. But at the same time, we started decorating for Christmas and began making gifts for parents. So it was very cozy day at the same time. And maybe now I will just introduce you what I'm planning on reading this week. Firstly, on my Storytel app, I'm listening of the book. Let me just see the title. The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I can read you about this book. I think it's quite popular now. Oh, it's a lot of reading. I just try to tell you. There's a village where every year they sacrifice a child to the witch. They just brings the child to the forest and leaves it there for the witch. However, that witch has no idea why the villagers gives her those children, and she feels that she has to help them. So she gives them starlight to feed on, and after that she just brings those kids to the other villages for the couples who wants to have kids. But there's happened so that one year she finds a girl, and instead of giving her starlight, she makes a mistake and gives her a moonlight, and now that girl is very powerful in magic. The story begins there. It's very whimsical and very interesting, very atmospheric story. I enjoy it quite a lot. So I'm thinking buying that book in the physical form to have in my collection, because I listened almost half of that book and I'm still very intrigued, and yeah, very happy with that book. However, there's another story with the other book that I'm reading. It's Harness the Power of the Invincible Mind by Alex Newman. I started reading this book last week, and I thought that I will finish it in maybe 1 or 2 days because it's very short and it has a very huge font. However, I'm almost don't have any desire to read that book because it's very strange, very repetitive. I don't find anything new that I haven't already read in another self-help books. Also, there's few problematic places that make me question the book and the author. I just hope that I didn't understand them correctly, but I'm planning on doing separate review video of this book, so I will try to collect all my thoughts there. Now I'm on the page 54, I think, around that mark. I think I missed my bookmark. No, yeah, 54. So hopefully I will read a little bit more of this book today, and hopefully we will see each other a little bit later. If not, then we will talk tomorrow, because the rest of the week my working plans change almost every day. But I'm happy with what I've got for the rest of the week, because I will have a early shift, so I will be done working at 2:30. So yay me. Hello, it's now, what day it is? Wednesday. And it's 3:30 in the evening. We just came back home both with Lucas half an hour ago, so we will have some dinner and try to relax after that. So like always, I will try to read. Yesterday I wasn't in the greatest of moods to talk, so that's why I didn't film almost anything. I tried to read yesterday that book, Harness the Power of the Invincible Mind, but it's very difficult for me to read this book, because after 1 or 2 pages I almost immediately want to go to sleep. So yeah, but still I'm determined to finish it. Hopefully this week, hopefully. I just wanted to say hi, and I think now we will go eat. Oh yeah, at work I don't remember if I said that or not. I began painting on the windows some decorations, so I'm almost finished. Hopefully tomorrow will be my last window to paint. Yeah, so a little bit painful in the arms. Yeah, but that's okay. It will look great, hopefully. Kids are happy, so that's all we need. So it's now 7 o'clock and I finally started reading. I'm on the page 72 and I stopped making any notes on this book because I can say just that I don't like it at all. It makes me irritated when I read it because it's very messy and very repetitive. There's a lot of mistakes, grammar mistakes, and it needs heavy editing. And in my opinion, what the author tries to say in those 72 pages, you can say in maybe 3 sentences. There's nothing new in this book. Everything is the same as in other self-help books. You have to love yourself, you have to seek the love for nature and for yourself, you have to cut negative people from your life, and so on and so on and so on. I already want to go to sleep. And the way he tries to write is he just uses so fancy words that it's almost, sometimes it's almost hard to understand the sentence. For example, emotional equanimity. Mama? I never thought that I will have to go and find a dictionary to understand a word. No, and just one example. Yeah, I think he's trying to sound very clever, but it's just doesn't work in this book. Yeah, I'm a horrible person now. I've got this book for free. He sent me this book and I feel so bad that I don't like it, Like, I don't like it at all. It makes me infuriated, this book. I'm only on page 73, like I said. Even not in the middle. It makes me... I'm now in a reading slump, because instead of reading, I just lay on the sofa and procrastinated. Was all the time on my phone instead of reading. And I think if it was another book, I would have gladly read instead of being on my phone. Yeah, not a happy bunny. Like always, I have a lot of noise around me because I'm with Lucas all the time. Yeah. So I just checked what that word equanimity means, and it means peace. So why, instead of writing emotional peace, you have to write emotional equanimity? It's unnecessary. Seriously, why? Continue with my reading. Hopefully I will find something interesting soon. So I thought that I found finally a chapter that I quite liked. It's about risk and learning that failure is actually good. You learn from your failures. However, the last sentence, like always, ruined all the chapter for me. I will try to read you, if Lucas let me. For example, deliberately taking poison when you know it is fatal is a dumb risk, unless you have deliberately decided to commit suicide. Should it have been funny or something? Am I missing something? Is it okay just talk about suicide like that? Like it's just, oh, funny? No, don't know. Just this sentence sounded very strange for me. It's something like the one that I read you, that when you spank a child doesn't mean that you don't love him. It just stuck to my head. I think I will never forget that. So that one is also the same. It's just not the greatest of comparisons, I think. Actually, author should think about what he's writing and how can it affect people with suicidal thoughts, because I think people with mental health issues are the ones who are trying to seek help from self-help books, and to find something like that in the book, I don't know. I think it was a mistake to write something like that. Hi, it's now Friday and it's now almost 6 in the evening. I don't remember if I talked to you yesterday or not. I think I didn't, because yesterday was a hard day for me, mentally and physically, so I just skip filming. Today was a little bit better. So when I came back home, we started changing our living room. So tomorrow I think I will try to film and show you what we did there, because hopefully there will be more light and you can see better. Today I've got a bookish package, a envelope. It's from Carolyn. She has also a YouTube channel, Carolyn Reads, and she's an amazing artist. I already have some of her work. I have this portrait of E.M. Forster. I think I showed you one time in my previous vlogs that one. My husband made this for me. You can't see, but there's a book fair library there, maybe so, a holder for my card. You can use it of course as a bookmark, but I don't want to ruin it, so I just keep this like that at the moment. That one. Also I have a portrait of Ernest Hemingway, something like that. It's pure talent, isn't it? Just amazing. Yeah, she's a great artist, and as a YouTuber she has such a calming voice, and her videos is always so calm. So after a stressful day or a stressful week, it's just perfect. I love watching her videos. So I also, she has a Etsy shop, so I also ordered another portrait. Just show you, trying to unpack it, don't want to ruin anything. I'm almost tempted to buy a special opener for letters. Simona, thank you for all your support and the very sweet note you left me on Etsy. It put a smile on my face, and I hope I will do the same for you, Caroline. Of course, I will keep that note. It will go to my memory journal. Happy hunting. Amazing. You can see that she loves what she is doing, and she puts all her heart in her work. Perfect. Looks amazing. Isn't it amazing? It will definitely go on my Poe shrine. I will show you a little bit later. I love this one. I think she made a stamp herself. She carved it. So can you imagine to carving a human's face? Yeah. That's what I've got today, so it definitely lift my mood up. And now, talking about reading, I'm still reading that awful book. I feel awful talking about that book that way, because like I said, author gave that book to me and I hoped to like it, but it's just not good. I think he deliberately use some of the words that you should avoid. I think, like for example, a word dumb. He talked about a girl who is deaf, blind, I think, and he used a word dumb. So not the greatest. Also small jokes about suicide, or that famous spanking scene. Yeah, instead of helping me, At least I'm talking about myself, I don't know about the others. But instead of helping me, to calming me down and trying to help me somehow in some ways, it makes me furious and it makes me stressed and it almost makes me anxious by reading that book. So not a greatest of self-help books. But what can you do? I will try to finish that book as soon as possible and just move on from that one. Also yesterday I registered myself to be a Secret Santa here in Norway. One of the booktubers, Ready Go Read, I think her username is on Instagram. She organizes an event this year, the Secret Santa, where on the 1st of December we will get a name, address, and we will have to send one book to that person. It can be new, it can be used, of course, in good condition still. Maybe write some note or something like that and send that book. And of course you also will get one, hopefully. So I'm already trying to think of the book that I would like to give for that person that I will get. Of course, I think first I want to see who it will be. And after that I will decide. Yeah, maybe I will choose something from my shelves, something that I also liked reading and want others to try. Yeah, I think I have an idea already. We will see. So hopefully we will talk a little bit later more. If not, then tomorrow. Good morning. It's Saturday and now it's 9 o'clock almost. We woke up with Lucas around half an hour ago. So now we'll have some breakfast. I will do some laundry, some ironing, and at that moment I want to listen of that book, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, because now I'm in the place where I think will happen something, and I think I may cry if will happen something that I'm thinking of. There's maybe 2 hours or hour and a little bit more left for me to listen of that book. So my plan is to finish that book today, because it's on Tuesday, it's December 1st, I think. So I want to finish what I'm reading now until then, and start December on the clean page. So yeah, I think I will listen for that book while I'll be doing my laundry, and after that there's only 60 pages left of this one, so also I will try to read this one, because my plan is to read 100 books this year. I don't know why, but I just want to, because there's not that much left for me. I think around 10, or if I read those, so there will be around 8 books that I have to read until the end of the year. I think it's manageable for me. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I will do next month how it's called, a small readathon for myself, just to reach that goal. Or maybe there will be some interesting readathons on the social media, so I just have to find some. Yeah, I think now I will go do my work and talk a little bit later. I finished doing all my laundry and ironing and so on, and at the same time I finished listening The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, and I gave that book 5 stars. It was just amazing. Such a great children's story about good and a bad witch and love and friendship. Very cozy, very heartwarming book. Some sad moments, some funny moments, so just what you need in a children's book. So yeah, 5 stars for that one. And now I'm thinking of starting listening to Charmed Life by Diana Wynne Jones. To be honest, I haven't read the synopsis of that book, but I listened for other of her 2 books, Howl's Moving Castle and The Castle in the Air, and I loved both of that books, so I'm pretty sure that I will like this one too. So I will go in that blindly. Don't know what that book will be about, but hopefully it will be good. And it's very short, it's 1 hour and 35 minutes only, so maybe I can listen to that book also today. I don't remember the last time when I have read so many books in one day, because I just finished listening the Charmed Life by Diana Wynne Jones. I gave it 3 stars. It was very interesting and whimsical story for kids, but I think I would have appreciated more if I was reading it in physical form, because there was many characters, there was a lot of action, so, and because I am with Lucas, it was very hard to concentrate on what's happening, so I think I missed some things in that book, because at some points in the book I was a little bit confused of what was happening. So, but that's my fault, not the book's fault. Yeah, so it seems like it's a first book in the series, so maybe one day I will continue. I think I can read you what this book is about. Cat doesn't mind living in the shadow of his sister Gwendolyn, the most promising young witch ever seen on Covent Street. But trouble starts brewing the moment the 2 orphans are summoned to live in Crestmonach Castle. Frustrated that the witches of the castle refuse to acknowledge her talents, Gwendolyn conjures up a scheme that could throw whole worlds out of whack. And now I chose to listen another one. It's Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. I think everyone knows about this book, so I think I will go and start this one, and hopefully we will see each other later. I'm cross-stitching at the moment while I'm listening for the books, so very cozy, very cozy Saturday for me. And it's only 3 o'clock and I'm already read 1.5 book. Very happy with this progress. I think I'm doing most of my reading of November month today. It's now almost 9 o'clock and I just finished reading Harness the Power of the Invincible Mind, and in the end I gave it 1 star. I think it will be my worst book that I read so far this year. I already wrote a review on Goodreads, so if I remember I will try to leave the link down in the bar. Also, I'm planning on filming some short review and writing one on my blog. So I'm so happy that I'm finally done with that one, because I'm in such a good reading mood and I want to read more today. So I think I will start reading Who Was Albert Einstein by Jess Bralier. It's very short book. Actually it's for kids but I think I will try to read it also and see what it is about. It has a very huge font and a lot of illustrations, so it is a chance that I'll also finish this book today, because it has only, how many pages? There is only 102 pages, and because of the font and the illustrations and everything so yeah, I have a good feeling that I will be finishing this book today also. So if I finish this one, I will be breaking my reading record in one day. I read The Girl Who Drank the Moon, I read Charmed Life, I finished Harness the Power of the Invincible Mind, I started reading Norse mythology, and if I read this one, it will be almost 4 books. Hello, it's now Sunday and it's 4 o'clock in the evening. I came to do the last update for this week because I'm almost sure that I will be reading maybe a few pages in the late evening. I took a free day from reading after yesterday because I read quite a lot of books. I finished reading this one also yesterday and I gave it 5 stars. It's very interesting, very there's a lot of funny facts about Albert Einstein, and I think the kids, young readers, would be very interested to read this one. Did I say that I gave it 5 stars? Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. And I'm planning to buying more books in this series. There's already a book about Thomas Alva Edison, about Marie Curie, about Nikola Tesla and Booker T. Washington. So I think I will buy all of them because I think for the kids to have such a short but informative book can be very useful. Also yesterday, like you remember, I guess, I finished reading this one. I finished listening of The Girl Who Drank the Moon and listened all of the Charmed Life, I think that's how it is. So very good progress. So today I will be reading on my Kindle, continue reading the book that I started from my NetGalley. It's, how it's called, I think it's The Surfside Beach, on the Surfside Beach or something like that. So I will try to read a little bit of that one today. And now I'm thinking of going and starting editing this vlog, and I think that will be it. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one.